Hello everyone, this is The Question, and I am back with another Unhaul video. I have not done one of these since December, so it's been a decent amount of time, and I've got a fairly decent sized stack of books to unhaul. So this fit in well because my theme for reading in the month of March was going through my collection and picking the books that or the series that I was most unsure if I was going to enjoy. So this could be a bunch of series that I purchased years ago, early on in my collecting days, that I just never got around to reading, or, you know, my taste changed, stuff I got for cheap, stuff just that I was unsure if I was going to enjoy or not. And so I actually was surprised. There was a lot of series that I really did enjoy that I was unsure of, so those were great, like Platinum End, for example, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. Those are both series that I ended up really enjoying, and so those will stay in my collection. But there was a decent amount of books and series that just weren't for me, or, you know, some that I just straight up thought were bad, but just books that I didn't enjoy. So there'll be some of these in this unhaul pile. And yeah, I like unhauling series. I like unhauling stuff. It clears out your collection. It makes space. If I'm not enjoying something, if I'm not going to reread something, or if I just don't like something, then it doesn't make sense to keep it in my collection. I should pass it on to someone who will enjoy it. So let's get right into everything that I'm unhauling. Thanks. Okay, so starting the unhaul, we have some stuff that I actually do like. I just either have duplicates of, or I'm going to be upgrading. So first off, we have Solonen. This is probably my favorite Inio Asano work, but when I purchased something else, this was bundled with it, and I already have a copy of this, so I'll be getting rid of this. Next, I have A Patch of Dreams by Ponetmon, and this one was just, I have on my spreadsheet that I had this. For some reason, I still bought another copy. I don't know why that happened. I was trying to get all the Ponetmon stuff because some of their manga is getting a little more pricier, and for some reason I didn't realize I had this one, and now I have two copies, so getting rid of this. And then this one they announced a deluxe edition of, Darkhorse did, so I will be getting rid of my more paperback omnibus versions of Planetes. This is one of my favorite manga series. I really enjoy this series, and I am looking forward to reading it in a larger, oversized format. So that is why I'm getting rid of these volumes. Let's move on to the other stuff. Okay, so next, moving on to the stuff that I just didn't enjoy or not for me. And so here's kind of the big one, and that is Trigun in these deluxe editions. A really nice release, but I made it about 2/3 of the way through this series, or through this initial volume, and just not my type of series. I'm not a big action person. I'm not a big kind of slapsticky action person, especially, and this volume just didn't do anything for me. I never was interested in the anime of this series, even when I was in high school and the anime came out. It didn't seem very interesting to me, so just not for me. I know people love it, so I'm glad to pass these along to someone who will enjoy it more. So I just had this one, and then if you remember in my haul video from a few months ago, I had accidentally bought the first volume of the Maximum, so I still have that one sealed. I don't know why. I think I thought I was buying this one, the original volume, when I had bought this one, so I will be unhauling both of these volumes. Next up, we have a fairly newer volume, and that is Shadows of Kyoto. This is a horror. I thought it was a one-shot, but it looks like they have it listed volume 1. But anyways, this is one of the worst manga I've probably read in the last few years. Just pointless gore. There's not really any purpose to any of it. It is, even with the gore, very uninteresting, even as a fan of horror manga. This really did nothing for me. I'm kind of unsure why Titan brought this over, but not for me. Going to be getting rid of. Next up, we have an out-of-print Darkhorse, and this is actually a manhwa series that I've had in my collection forever, and this is Banya, the Explosive Delivery Man. This is a heavily action series. I just kind of bought it on a whim a long time ago, and I finally got around to reading it. I made it about halfway through the first volume and realized pretty early on that this is just not my type of manga or manhwa, and so I will be moving this one on to someone who will enjoy it more. I had all 5 volumes released by Darkhorse. Okay, next we have another fairly popular series. I made it through a volume and a half of this. Within a few pages, I was able to tell this wasn't going to be for me. This type of like death game, kind of, I don't know, futuristic story just doesn't connect with me. I had the same similar issues with Alice in Borderland, and that is Dead Man Wonderland. This is one I know people love. I bought it just kind of based on the hype of people talking about how great it is. And it, you know, I didn't hate this one. It just was one of those ones where it just was not connecting with me, was not a series that I was interested in. And so I'll be getting rid of my whole batch of this. So I had the whole 13 volume Viz set of this series. I do really like these black and white spines. That's a nice kind of color thing that they did. But I will be moving on from this set. Okay, next up we have another full series that I will be unhauling. This is one of those blind Reddit swap pickups from many years ago. Someone was selling this whole set for really cheap, and I hadn't seen it very much. I hadn't seen it on sale very much. I saw Slice of Life, and I know I like Slice of Life, but I wish I would have done some more research because some of the comparisons to this series would have given me red flags, and I would have definitely known that I wasn't gonna like it. But I gave it a fair shot, and I read through the first 2/3 of this omnibus, and it was a real chore to get through. I had a really hard time getting through even the first 2/3 of this omnibus. Very uninteresting to me, characters very uninteresting to me, just as far as from my interests as there could be. So I have this omnibus set of the first series. So I have the first series in omnibus form, and then I also had the second season in these singles. So there's 7 through 12, and then 1 through 6. So I had all of season 1 and season 2 of Genchin. I will be unhauling all of those. Next up, we have a series that is from the creator of Dead Man Wonderland. So this one, another one I kind of blind just picked up, didn't know too much about it, and that is Livingstone. And this is probably the one out of these that I enjoyed the most. I actually thought this one was pretty decent, just didn't hook me enough to where I felt like I was ever going to reread it again. So I did make it through all 4 volumes of Livingstone, and like I said, I did enjoy this series. It wasn't a bad series or anything, just didn't hook me that much where I thought I was going to reread it. So I thought it was pretty interesting, but not something I need to keep in my collection. And again, pretty nice spines, other than the Kodansha one here that I picked up used that is completely broken there. Okay, and lastly, I will be unhauling my self-print English set of Billybat. So I have all 20 volumes. I purchased these maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I am a big Naoki Urasawa fan, but this series didn't grab me as much as I thought it was, and at this point I kind of would just, if I am going to reread this, I'll just reread this if an English publisher ever does end up grabbing it. And now that I've read through these 20 volumes, I'm still pretty baffled by why this hasn't. I know there's comparisons. I've heard people talk about like there's some things that are you know, based on Walt Disney. It's not enough where there would be any sort of issues like from a legal standpoint. So a lot of the storyline is heavily based on like US history. So I feel like this would be a book that would be more relevant to be released in English countries or in, you know, the US especially. So very baffled why we haven't gotten this in English yet. But yeah, I'm going to be moving on from this set. So because it's a self-print set, this is not something I'm going to be reselling. I can't resell this online. So I am either going to be giving it away, or if someone's looking to trade, that's probably what I'm going to be doing with this set. But I do have all 20 volumes of this set. So if you've seen my collection videos, I've shown this set before. But like I said, I just don't see myself rereading it. And if I do, I will just wait for a English release if we ever get one of those. And there is that. So that's all 20 volumes of Billybat in English. And that is it. That's everything that I'm going to be unhauling. So that was everything that I am unhauling this month. If you have any thoughts about anything that I'm unhauling, any disagreements, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And in the comments, if you have anything that you've unhauled recently, go ahead and let me know. Very interested in the types of books that people like or dislike. So that would be interesting to hear. Otherwise, everybody have a great month of April, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.